Thank you. Chris, if I could just keep you in this exact moment here for a second, how satisfying, I know the series isn't over, that's why I didn't want to move forward, but how satisfying is a game like this where all the emotion that Denver came in with, and you guys knowing that they were desperate to get a win, and then being able to close the way you guys did tonight.
Man, it's very satisfying. We knew that this was going to be an emotional game for them with Joker being um, presented the MVP trophy for the game. And we just kept talking about trying to withstand their runs. Um, it's a good win for us. That team over there, they play hard the entire game, and it's a good win.
Next up is Kellen Olson with Arizona Sports, and then Gina Mizell.
Hey, Chris, you've been on a lot of teams and played a lot of seasons. When you've watched offenses grow and develop over the course of the year, what sticks out about the way you guys have done it this year? Because it seems like teams are throwing these defenses at you and trying everything in the playoffs, and you guys are still succeeding.
I think it's a huge credit to our coaching staff. We so prepared, man, going into every game. Uh, and I think the dopest part about it is to see the progression of it, to see the attention to detail early in the season, regular season, halfway through the season. And it's fun playing the way that we play. You know, the coaches have prepared us for everything. If they trap, look at this, share the ball, point five, and it's a special team to be a part of.
Next up is Gina Mizell with Suns.com, followed by Nick King.
Hey, Chris, to kind of piggyback off that last question, you mentioned after the last game just how satisfying it's been to see stuff in practice sort of translate for real into games in these types of moments. Can you expand on that a little bit more as far as just like those details that you've talked about and the preparation that you've drilled all season? Like what is specifically or what you're most proud of, I guess, that's translating into games?
Yeah, with our team all season long, we've had growing pain. We've had this, that, me and DA talking about what we see on the screen, hold the screen, set it this way. We all been getting to know each other. And um, I can't say enough about DA and what he does for our team. He does all the things that don't show up on the stat sheet. Those jump shots that I hit towards the end of the game, those don't happen without him. Setting the screen, setting it with pace, the rebounds and all that. He's so selfless, man, and we own him a lot. But he's showing you why he is who he is.
Next up is Nick King with Channel 3, Channel 5, followed by Michael Kelly.
Chris, I was asking Monty this. You guys, the last 5 games now, the fourth quarter lead has been double digits just about every second of those 5 games. Like, I asked him if he'd ever seen anything like that in the playoffs, to have 5 straight games where it's just a blowout like that. Anything come to mind, or just what do you think that says about where you guys are at?
I think it just shows how balanced our team is. I said it last game, when guys come out, we tag in. Me and Book was talking about it after the game. Cam Payne hit the step back 3, then Cam Johnson hit the 3. We really play as a team, and we built that trust over the season, and it's a fun way to play.
Final 2 questions are going to be Michael Kelly with the Associated Press, followed by Gerald Briguet.
Yeah, Chris, you mentioned trying to kind of withstand that emotion of Joker getting the MVP. Monty said earlier that it was you and Jay that kind of got the guys together and said, hey, let's take care of business. What can you do? How do you get through that? How do you get that through to the younger guys that this is just something to get through?
We just talk all the time. We talk about everything, man. I told the guys I actually played against OKC when KD got presented his trophy before the game. Jay is a guy on our team that has swept the team before. This is the first time in my career I've ever been up 3-0 in a series. So, just staying in the moment, understanding the importance of every game, and knowing too that even though it's 3-0, as long as they over there being led by Mike Malone, that team over there gonna keep fighting.
Final question is going to be Gerald Briguet with Fansided.
Hey, Chris, you mentioned all the little things that DA does. Jokic had 32 tonight, but it took him 29 shots to get there. Just what did you think about the job that he did against Jokic in making him work for those points?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, he's the MVP for a reason, and we just tell DA all game long, just make it tough on him, make it tough on him. And DA's attention to detail, how he guards, how he boxes out, rebounds, and running. Like I said, we ask so much of him, and he can't do any more than he's doing.
Devin, this is 6 straight playoff wins to tie a franchise record. I saw you at one point late in the game, with a smile. How satisfying, not only has tonight been, but just this run you guys are on as far as the postseason.
I honestly think that's the best part about it is, we're having fun with it. We're playing for each other. When things get tough, we come together even more. So just little things like that we worked on through the regular season, that we talked about through the regular season is coming true right now. So, we're still sticking with it. We still have a closeout game Sunday that we're looking forward to. So, we have our eyes on the prize, and we're gonna keep going.
Next up is Kellen Olson with Arizona Sports, followed by Gina Mizell.
Hey, Book. Monty said you guys played with a relentless attitude today. When you look at these types of games where the opponent keeps coming, but then you guys eventually wear them down, what is that in the team? What brings that out of you guys?
I think it's just the depth that we've talked about all the way through, and some of our players that are not even rotation right now, Langston, Javon, Ayton, are also players too, and they push us every day in practice. So, I think the depth of our team, 15, 16, 17 people deep, are just ready to play. I think that can wear on a team. When the subs come in, or I remember Coach Cal used to call us the second platoon, the reinforcements come in, and, there's no drop off there. So, it takes a total team effort for us, and, we showed that tonight.
Next is Gina Mizell with Suns.com, followed by Nick King.
Hey, but kind of similar to the question I just asked Chris, Chris has been so complimentary about how this coaching staff has prepared you guys for every game during these playoffs. I'm just wondering, what is unique you feel about this staff and how they do that every single day, whether it's in practice, meetings, film, just all that stuff?
Just straight shooters. They're just real with you, real honest with each other. Same thing I talk about, with our team on the floor, that no one has hard feelings if somebody, is giving them some advice, or constructive criticism. We take it up, we take it on, and we take on the challenge, and we try not to make the same mistakes again. So, we get that same thing from the coaching staff, from Coach Mott, Coach KY, Coach Willie Green, all the way through Brian Randall, everybody. It takes a collective group to do what we've been doing.
Next up is Nick King with Channel 3, Channel 5, followed by Nicole Jarina.
Devin, I felt like you and Chris, especially a little bit of Mikhail, were just getting a ton of mid-range looks, kind of getting to your spots. You guys, especially you and Chris, from like 15 feet and in, getting a shot from there, like how good of a sign is that when you guys are getting a bunch of looks from that area?
Yeah, I think they switched their coverage a little bit. I think what led to a few of my turnovers to start the game, where they're doing the hard chase and having the drop coverage, which is different from the first two games. And just knowing that they're gonna, make some type of adjustment, probably trying to limit corner threes, what they're giving up in the first few games. So that's on me and Chris. I think you seen late in the game, Chris, got there a few times and closed out the game with a couple of them. But, that's an easier shot when you go in not worrying about the guy behind you and, just making them pay for playing that type of defense.
Next is Nicole Jarina from Puerto Rico, and then Gerald Briguet.
Hi, Devin. Congrats for the win.
Thank you.
JOKIC, you're welcome. JOKIC talked tonight about the challenge that DA brings for him in the paint. So how much mean for the team DA performance against the MVP of the league and his impact for the team in displaying the playoff?
Yeah, I mean, DeAndre's been playing his ass off the whole playoffs. From going from Anthony Davis first to, Jokic, MVP of the league, those aren't easy matchups. And, we're proud of him and his growth. We tell him, just make it hard. Just make it hard on him. He's going to hit some tough shots. That's what he does. Just consistently wear him down throughout the game. And, he's so locked into that. And I know he has a lot of respect for Jokic. And, I love when he respects somebody and then he goes at them that much more. That's the mindset that you need to have. And he's been making it tough on him. Obviously, he still had 32 and got it going a little bit, but I feel it took 29 shots to get there, and DeAndre's just taking on the challenge, and I'm proud of it.
Next is Gerald Brigay with Fansided, and then Paul Richardson.
Hey, Book. At the start of that fourth quarter, Chris Paul did his thing again. He's been doing that all series in those fourth quarters. As someone who is used to having the ball in his hands and taking over and making big plays in fourth quarters as well, I mean, what's that like for you having a teammate who's also capable of doing that, playing right beside you?
I love it. That takes the pressure off. It creates open shots for everybody. I think the tandem of us both being able to do that and create for other people at the same time makes it a tough coverage for the defense. And that's that. So that's been the story of the season for us, and we're gonna stick with it.
We have time for 3 more. Next is Paul Richardson with the Sports Cave, and then Christos Saltis.
Book, obviously, closeout games, you have one under your belt already. How important is it to you, confidence-wise, as a team, that this isn't uncharted territory? Now you're going into a closeout game and know what that atmosphere is going to be like.
Yeah, we've experienced one, already, and just understand that those guys are going to give up. They got the MVP of the league over there, the well-coached Mike Malone, and they have some players that play very hard, and nobody ever wants their season to end. So we know they're going to give it their best shot, and we're prepared for that.
Final 2 questions are Christos Saltis from Greece and Michael Kelly.
Hey, Devin, great game tonight. What is the most impressive part of your team in that series overall against the Nuggets? And for you personally, how big luxury is to have to share the backcourt with Chris Paul? What did you learn from him, especially on the playoff series?
What was the first question again?
What's the most impressive part of your team in the playoffs, and especially in the series against the Nuggets?
I'd say the ability to just keep playing. We've had some really good fourth quarters to close teams out, and make the margin, kind of unreachable. But, teams have been around a lot of games. I think we were down at halftime the last game in Phoenix to Denver. So, just trying to establish the wear down effect, just keep playing hard all the way through the whole game. I feel like that's a lot to deal with. And, learning from Chris, that's been something before we're even teammates. Our relationship started before I was even in the NBA, and, he's always been that type of guy, that mentor to come in and, give you anything you see. Every time we played against him when he was in OKC or Houston, he always chopped it up with me after the game. And now seeing it, firsthand, seeing his approach to the game, seeing his routine, seeing how he takes care of his body. I'm listing a bunch of things that are off the court, that leads to, his success on the court. So, it's definitely inspiring.
Final question is Michael Kelly with the Associated Press.
Yeah, Devin, Monty Williams talked about how, Chris and Jay kind of talked to you guys before the game just to fight through that emotion of Joker getting the MVP award. Did that help, and how were you guys able to, get out to a good start despite that?
We weren't focused on that, to be honest. And, we huddled up as a team as they were doing, the ceremony, and said, right when they get off the court, let's go out there and be locked in. So that's been our main objective for us, throughout the whole season is, trying to just worry about ourselves, worry about us as a team and, what we're doing in-house. And, it's created a lot of success for us.
Yeah, DeAndre, how rewarding is tonight's game, knowing that, Jokic, you knew he was going to come out aggressive, had the big night, but you guys not only won the game, but won pretty soundly and being able to do it with, with the collective effort.
I mean, that's what we do. We stick to what we do best. Stuck to our coverages. We played as a unit together. We made sure we emphasized togetherness tonight. We know we here in a great city, great arena as well. It was loud, but just having your brothers back and staying focused was the main thing.
Next up is Kellen Olson with Arizona Sports, followed by Gina Mizell.
Hey, DA, when you look at the way Denver's commit you guys this series and even LA last series, they're throwing a ton of defenses at you, obviously, but you guys have been able to play through them all and score efficiently against all those types. What does it say just how you guys have built offensively this year and understanding the system and beating those coverages?
Yeah, just mainly knowing each other's personnel. You know, we have so much. We have so many like sizes on our team as well, and a lot of guys who can shoot the ball. So it's just really sharing the ball, playing in our offense, and just sharing it. Sharing the ball and moving, and that's what we do a great job of. Trusting our teammates, trusting our two superstars, CP and D Book, and to make great plays, and that's what they did.
Next up is Gina Mizell with Suns.com, and then Gerald Brigay.
Hey, DA, your eyes got kind of big while looking at that box score just now. What stands out to you? Why'd your eyes get so big?
Hey, Jokic had 20 rebounds. That's 10 offensive rebounds, 10. That's insane. Yeah, that's insane. And 10 assists. I did not know that. That's amazing. Yep, MVP.
But he was 13 to 29 from the floor. So did you feel like you at least were able to make it tough on him defensively? That he had to make some tough shots.
I tried. Honestly, I could just say I tried. That's all I can say.
Next up is Gerald Brigay with Fansided, followed by Leonardo Torres.
Hey, DA, it's a third straight game where Chris Paul just was dominant in that fourth quarter, hitting a lot of back-breaking mid-rangers. Just what did you see from him as far as his ability and his feel for the game to just take over in those moments?
Man, C knows best. He knows when we need shots like that to be knocked down, where the defense, the coverages change late in the stretch, where the roll isn't available, corner threes ain't available. It's just got to guard mano a mano. Let's go to the pick and roll. And, C is, like we all say, the point guard in that. And, he just took care of business. Great players make great plays. And, we trusted him and, just try to get, somebody off him just to give him a little space to get to his spots, and he executed.
Next up is Leonardo Torres from Peru, followed by Dwayne Rankin.
Hi, DA. It's Leonardo Torres from Peru. Congrats on your win. DA, what will be the team's mindset for Game 4, knowing that you can close the series on the road?
I'm not getting happy on the farm. Know that this is a great team, and we have to respect everyone on that team, and we have to finish the job the correct way. Finish the classic way and just compete till the end.
Final question is going to be Dwayne Rankin with the Arizona Republic.
DeAndre, I don't know if you've ever been mic'd up before for an ESPN game. Maybe you have. What was that experience like? Did you find yourself, maybe I shouldn't say that because that's going to be on camera?
Man, first of all, I warned all my teammates, that I have a mic on, so just be careful. And, just having fun, to be honest. I love talking to my teammates during the game. I love communicating on defense, even though it was very loud in there. But other than that, I'm not really thinking about that. I'm just competing the best way I can and communicating. And, hopefully you guys captured some of that today.